Welcome. I'm Sam. Today's practice is all about creating space. We're not going to use any special props. However, if you'd like to use a cushion or a pillow for your opening meditation, that's an option. Otherwise, coming to find a comfortable seat when you're ready. And you could either come to Sukhasana, a cross-legged easy seat, or if you prefer, maybe coming to kneeling. Then closing your eyes down when you're ready. Letting your hands rest somewhere over your legs. Or if you prefer, maybe in your lap. And starting to become aware of yourself in space. You're becoming aware of the space that you're in physically, the room you're in. Also how you're holding yourself in this space, your physical posture. Maybe noticing how you're sitting. Noticing if you're slouching down. Maybe inviting in some more space by rooting through your sitting bones as you lengthen up through your spine. And softening your shoulders away from your ears. Extending up through the crown of your head. And elongating the spine. And maybe taking a moment to notice if you're holding on to any tension or tightness here. Maybe in the face, or clenching your jaw or furrowing your brow. And possibly inviting in a little bit of softness. And also taking a moment to check in with yourself. Noticing how your mind, your body is feeling at the start of this practice. Observing what you're coming into this space with. Without judgment. And gently letting that go. And beginning to draw your awareness towards your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. As you inhale, feeling the breath fill the belly, the lungs, ribcage expands. And as you exhale, everything slowly drawing in and softening down. And finding some expansive breaths here in your body. We're going to practice a few rounds of a pranayama technique called samavriti, or equal breathing. I'm going to inhale to a count of 5 and exhale to a count of 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Release 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue 3 more rounds of this breath in your own pace. Whenever you finish your 3 rounds, you come back to a normal, comfortable pace of breathing. No intention for this practice is to create space. Creating space in our minds and bodies by physically expanding in the poses, especially opening up our upper body, creating space in the front and the back. Also using smooth, fluid breath to stay connected to our moment-to-moment experience. Holding space for ourselves in the moments of stillness and pause. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here. You're welcome to invite in the Ujjayi breath if that's part of your practice. Gently contracting the base of your throat. Gently bringing your hands in front of your heart space, Anjali Mudra. We'll open the practice together with a single cleansing breath. You take a deep inhalation through your nose. And sigh out your mouth. Bow your head toward your heart space. Whenever you're ready, releasing your hands back down on your knees. Gently fluttering your eyelids open, arriving back into the space. And from here, as you inhale, you're going to find cactus arms start to lift the heart, so puffing up the chest. And then as you exhale, start to round your upper back as you bring your forearms and palms to touch your chin in. So inhale, lift and expand through the chest, the shoulders. And then exhale, breathe, spill into the back, upper back here. Inhale, open, lift. And then exhale, we draw in, around in the upper back. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Take 3 more in your own pace. Breathing in deeply as you lift your heart. Breathing out, drawing into the back of the heart space. And final inhale, you can open. And exhale, let your hands come down. Now, if you used a pillow or a cushion underneath you, you can set that aside. You're going to come into all fours. You can sit up with your knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. I'm just going to wake up the wrist a little bit in forearm. So from here, you can flip your hands over so the top of your hand is pressing down into the mat, fingertips facing towards your knees. And then gently start to move your weight forward and back. You're going to open up your forearm. We do a lot of the opposite in our yoga practice. It's really important to also stretch our forearm. Give our wrists a little bit of love when we move through the practice. And then from here, you can flip your hands back over. And this time we're going to rotate the hands. So the fingertips are facing towards you and wrists are facing forward. And that might be a little bit different for all of us, depending on how far we can get our hands around. So working with what you've got and be gentle. And again, start to find some gentle movement here. This time opening up through the wrist. If it's accessible, you might start to shift your weight back, maybe coming onto your fingertips. Feeling that stretch up your wrist. And then you can flip your hands back around, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists, knees under hips. Move through a few rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, start to lift your heart, hips lift, cow. And exhale, rounding your back, navel to spine, chin draws in. Inhale, lifting the hips, lifting the heart. And as you exhale, lifting the upper back, rounding your back. Breathing in. Breathing out. And take 2 more. And then start to find a neutral spine again from here. Now before we move, really press the ground away. Engage your core, so your navel is drawing in. And then as you inhale, start to extend your right leg behind you, flex the foot, and extend your left arm in front of you. So really root down, press away through your right hand. Keep your neck long, so you're gazing down. And really press away through your back foot, so you can feel your thigh engage. Active front fingertips. Create as much length and space as you can. You're just holding, holding for another breath cycle. And take another breath in. And when you exhale, you're going to place your left hand down. Pivot your left shin back and open up into a side plank. And that could be with your right toes down or right toes lifted. And finding some broadness across the shoulders, broadness across the collarbones. And make sure that your shoulder isn't crowding your neck, so you're pressing the ground away. And then as you inhale, maybe taking your arm overhead, lifting your leg possibly. And extending that stretch, find length. And take another breath in. And then as you exhale, coming back to all fours. We're going to switch sides. Again, before we start, really make sure to engage your core, press the ground away. Neutral spine. In your next inhalation, you're going to take your left leg behind you, right arm in front of you. And press the ground away as you exhale, firming your core. And just like the other side, we're going to stay here for a little bit. Notice if you can engage your left quadricep a little bit more. No floppy legs, keep extending, find length. Long neck. And taking one more breath like this. And take your inhale here. And your exhalation, you're going to take your right hand down. Pivot your left shin back 90 degrees and open up into a side plank, supported side plank variation. You might gaze up at the sky with your top hand. If you like, you might hover your left toes off the mat, keep flexing the foot. And then inhale, extend your arm overhead. Maybe lift that leg if it's not already. Hold for a breath. Last inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, returning back through center. And then sink your hips back into a child's pose. But for this one, keep the big toes apart, knees still in line with your hips. We're going to flow from here. So when you inhale, you're going to start to round your spine up. And then as you exhale, you're going to keep your hips lifted as you lower your chest and chin to the mat. Your inhalation is going to slide you forward onto your belly, coming into a cobra or baby cobra. And then your exhale is going to ground your chest down. Inhale, you're going to press up into all fours. And then exhale, sinking your hips back. Child's pose. So inhale, we round up through the spine. Exhale, keep your hips lifted, lower your chest and chin. Inhale, sliding onto the belly, lift your heart. And exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, up through all fours. And exhale, sliding back, child's pose. One more. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, lower, chest and chin. Sliding forward. Inhale, ripple the spine up. And exhale to ground. Inhale, pressing up, all fours. And then exhale, sinking back, child's pose. Your next inhalation, start to round up all fours. And you can tuck your toes under, shift your hips back as you exhale, and start to elongate your legs. Landing in your downward facing dog. And start to walk out through your feet. And pedal your feet, pressing down one heel at a time. And finding some length through each hamstring. You're rooting down through your fingers. Really spread your fingers. And make sure there's weight in the thumb side of your hand. Your upper arms, your triceps are spinning toward your thighs. Your thighs are active, lifting up, plugging into the hip bones. Core is engaged. I'm strong in this downward facing dog. And then from here, as you inhale, come high on your tippy toes. And then as you exhale, pivot your heels to the right, bend your knees, send your hips back toward your heels. Inhale through center. And exhale, heels pivot to the left, knees bend, hips draw toward the heels. Inhale through center. And exhale, heels to the right. Inhale through center. And heels to the left. One more each side. And feel your core working here. And last time, inhale through center. And a full exhale. To bring your gaze forward. And you can walk your feet toward your hands. And sitting them hip width apart. And place your hands behind your lower back. And keep your knees bent and start to lift your arms up and over your head. Coming into a forward fold. And squeezing your shoulder blades together. And shoulders away from your ears. And possibly find a little bit of movement side to side. It's important to keep the knees bent here if you have tight hamstrings, so protecting your lower back. And you can start to release your hands to the earth, bend your knees. And tuck your chin in as you roll up your spine. And take your time here. There's no rush. And coming to stand all the way up on your mat. And meeting your Tadasana, mountain pose. So for this one, set the feet hip width. Put your root down through your feet. So you draw energy up from the earth. Active thighs, long spine. Shoulders down away from your ears. Crown of your head reaches up. You can inhale through your nose. And a full exhalation out your mouth. Next inhalation, raise your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, interlace your fingers, flip your palms up, so pressing up. Take an inhale here, find length. And then exhale, arc toward the right side. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale to the left, feel that stretch through the right side of your body. Inhale, center. And exhale, arc to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, arc to the left. And coming back through center, take an inhale. And exhale, release your hands alongside you. Tadasana. Breathing in, arms extend up, maybe look up, palms touch. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale into your halfway lift, hands to shins, elongate the spine. And then as you exhale, place your hands down and step back, high plank. Let's pause here for a moment. So first, high plank, making sure we're setting it up correctly. Again, like our downward facing dog, fingers spread. We're pressing the ground away here. You're finding a little bit of puffiness in the upper back, while also hugging your shoulders back toward the midline. Lower ribs drawing in, legs active, heels are energetically drawing back here. We're holding the strength, one more breath. And take another inhale here. And then as you exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin to the mat. Inhale, slide onto your belly, lift your heart, shoulders away from ears. And then exhale, yourself back, downward facing dog. Pause here for 3 breaths. And that strength of the earth, the lightness of the sky, the energy moving in opposite directions. Start to bend your knees, look where you're going. And then step or float in between your hands. Find a flat back on your in-breath. Create space in the spine. And bowing forward as you breathe out. Inhale, expanding up to the sky, palms connect. And as you exhale, bow all the way back down to the earth. Inhale, long spine, send your heart forward. And ground your hands, and stepping back, high plank. Exhale. Take an inhale here. And this time as you exhale, maybe keeping your knees lifted, lowering through chaturanga, your elbows are wrapping in. Inhale, possibly upward facing dog this time, hips lifted. And then exhale, send your hips to the sky, and downward facing dog. You're welcome to modify your vinyasas as you need, your chaturangas. The knees can be lifted, knees can be grounded. And modifying the practice to suit your experience. You're also welcome to skip and come straight back to down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and step or float in between the hands. Flat back, in breath. And folding over, out breath. And stretching up tall, breathe in. And this time breathe out, hands in front of your heart space. Step your feet together, bend your knees, and start to sink into your chair pose. Arms alongside your ears. And to draw energy in between your inner thighs. Lower ribs wrap in. Notice your spine if you're overly arching or overly rounding. Finding that neutral place, so your tailbone is gliding down and your spine is long. Your weight's in your heels. Inhale. And fold. Exhale. Half lift, breathe in. And ground your hands, stepping back, your version of chaturanga as you breathe out, using your muscular strength. Inhale, press into the tops of your feet, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises up to the sky. Find the length. And then as you exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Ground your back foot for warrior one. So toes out, heel in. Root through your feet and rising up. Warrior one. Take an in-breath. And then find a cactus arms as you exhale. Start lifting up your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, hands interlace behind your back. Lift your chest. And then exhale, humble warrior. To your right shoulder, to your right knee. Or maybe you come all the way down on the inside. Inhale, we rise up. And then as you exhale, circle your left hand to the back of your left leg. Inhale, find a reverse. Warrior one, keeping your hip bones facing forward. And then as you exhale, you can spin your hands down, step back, and move through your vinyasa. So heart lifts and expands as you breathe in. And hips draw up and back, breathing out. Left leg rises, breathing in. And stepping forward, breathing out. Ground your back foot for warrior one. Inhale, we rise up, hips point forward. And then exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades, look up. Inhale, interlace your hands behind your back, sending the hands down, lifting your heart. And then exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder taps the left thigh or left knee. Inhale, release the arms, rising up. And then exhale, circle your right hand to the back of your right thigh. Inhale, find a gentle back bend, reverse your warrior one. And then exhale, hands to the mat. And step back, moving through your flow. High to low plank as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, maybe cobra. And then exhale as you draw your hips back into your down dog. You're going to pause here for 3 breaths. We're going to flow through one more round on each side. One movement, one breath. See if you can hold that intention here of creating space in your body. and your mind. And we'll start with the right side. Left leg extends up and back, breathe in. And exhale, stepping forward, ground your back heel. Warrior one, as you inhale. And cactus your arms, lift your heart, exhale. Inhale, interlace your hands behind you, drawing palms down, lift your heart. And then humble warrior as you exhale, arms lift up and overhead, bow forward. Inhale, release the arms, rising up tall. And exhale, circle your left hand behind you, back of the left thigh. Inhale, reverse your warrior one. And windmilling your hands down, stepping back, moving through a chaturanga on your out breath. Inhale to expand the heart, find a back bend. And exhale, drawing back, downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky, breathe in. And stepping forward, and breathing out. Spin the back heel in. Rise up, warrior one, full in breath. And so to find that gentle back bend, cactus your arms, lift your heart, exhale. Inhale, interlace your fingers, feel the shoulder blades in, puff the chest. Then exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, rise up, release the hands. As you breathe out, circle your right hand to the back of the right leg. Breathing in, reverse your warrior one, tipping back. And breathing out, take your hands to the mat and step back and transition through your flow. And then we're meeting in downward facing dog when you're ready. It's your choice if you'd like to stay in your downward facing dog. Or maybe bringing your knees wide, letting your hips sink back to your heels. Find your child's pose for a few breaths. You want to find a little bit more space through your spine, pushing your lower back. You might open to your fingertips and walk your hands a little bit further forward. And then really press the ground away. You draw your hips back toward your heels. Using your breath here. Using your breath to help you create space. With every inhalation, the belly is expanding, rib cage, lungs, out through your back in all four directions. And as you exhale, feeling everything soften, and drawing in. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And as you're ready, making your way back into your downward facing dog. Right leg extends up and back, breathe in. And exhale, shoulders over wrists, right knee, right tricep, hips are lifted. Inhale, back to the sky. And then exhale across the opposite side, right knee across the left elbow or tricep. Inhale, final length, drawing back and up. And exhale, this time knee to nose, hold it there, tiger curl. Engage your core. Find space through your upper back, along your spine. And then step your foot forward. Back heel's lifted for this one. Rise up, high lunge. Your hip bones face forward, core is engaged. Take another breath in. Draw your hands through heart center as you breathe out. Inhale, stretch your spine forward, crown of the head moves forward. And then as you exhale, twist to the right. Hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. If you'd like, you can lower your back knee. And a little bit more support here. And think about working towards moving your palms in front of your heart space, kind of the center of your chest. Maybe gazing up. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Your next inhalation, you're going to release, rise up, high lunge. And exhale, release into a warrior one. You're going to find eagle arms. You cross at the elbows, right arm on top, forearms wrap, palms touch. Eagle arms with the right arm on top. Take an in-breath. Lift the elbows, find a little back bend. And humble warrior with eagle arms this time. Bowing on the inside of your right leg. And you can start to bring your elbows up in front of your face. You find more of an opening in your back. Rooting down equally through both feet. Inhale, we're going to rise up. Keep the arms as they are. And on your exhale, you're going to pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Shift all your weight into your right foot. And transition into a warrior three. Keeping those eagle arms. We're really creating space now upper back here. Keep lengthening, strengthening through your left leg. Press as if you're stamping the back of the room. Maybe smile if it helps. And then your next inhalation, you're going to rise up to stand. Maybe still balancing on your right leg. And then cross your left leg over your right for an eagle, Garudasana pose. So you might wrap the leg once, maybe twice. And you could even take your left toes to the ground. You need a little bit more support. Raise your elbows in line with your shoulders. Finding that stretch. Your shoulders plug back into the sockets. And drawing your forearms a little bit further away from your face. Core engaged. And take another inhale. And exhale. Your next inhalation, start to release your palms, release your arms, release your legs. Find warrior three again. Either with your arms extended in front of you, or maybe airplane arms. Pinky toe of the left foot faces down, so hips are square. Holding for one more breath. You can slowly place your hands to the floor. Take your left leg long behind you and pivot to the long side of your mat. Toes in, heels out, feet parallel. Breathing in, fingers under your shoulders, long spine. And breathing out, start to bow, wide-legged forward fold. You might walk your hands back in line with your feet, bending your elbows. You could take both ankles, one hand to each ankle, and start to fold from there. Notice if you get any extra support by bringing a slight bend into your knees. Maybe that creates a little bit more space for your pelvis to tilt forward. A little bit more space in your lower back. Inhale, hands under your shoulders, send your spine long. And exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, raise up, straight spine. And then exhale, pivot your heels in, toes out. You might need to come a little bit lower and sink your hips. Inhale, cactus arms, lift your heart. And exhale, draw forearms together around your back. Keep your hips nice and low. Inhale to open. And exhale, draw in. Being bone tracking in line with your feet. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more round. And inhale here. And exhale, stand up, release. Bring your right toes facing the short end of the mat. Left foot an inward angle, warrior two. Knees in line with your ankle. Getting space through your hips. Drawing your right hip back. Space across your chest through your collarbones. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then extended side angle as you breathe out. Right elbow, right knee. You're going to circle your top arm back behind you. We're going to find either a half or a full bind. So half bind, left hand wraps behind you around your right thigh. Or if you're taking a full bound, you're also going to take your right fingertips underneath you. And notice if you're collapsing your chest. Keep rotating your heart open here. You're anchoring into the outer edge of your back foot. And feel that space you're creating through your hips. Slowly start to release out. As you inhale, circle your hands down, frame your front foot. And exhale, step back, high plank. We're going to inhale, pivot the feet toward the left. Lifting the left arm up to the sky. Pause as you exhale. Inhale, start to take your right hand alongside your ear, overhead. Lift your hips. And then as you exhale, take your right hand to the back of the mat. Bend your knees, your hips draw to the back of the mat. So inhale, find length and extension. And exhale, draw into contraction. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, draw in. One more. This time as you inhale, you're going to find that length. With your exhalation, you're going to circle your hand down to the ground and move through your vinyasa. And preparing to do it all over again on the left side. Let's take a cleansing breath first. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Expand the left leg up and back. Inhale. Left knee, left tricep. Exhale. Hips stay lifted. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, take it across to the other side. Inhale, find that length, lift. And exhale, knee to nose. Remember, and it's like rounding in your upper back as you press the ground away. Knee hugs in. And then step the foot forward. Back heel is lifted. Inhaling up, high lunge. Engage your core. Exhale, palms in front of your chest. Inhale, extend the spine. Reach forward through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, you're twisting to the left. The right elbow on the right side, on the outside of your left knee. And always a modification to lower your right knee here. Always in our twist, we're still finding length through the spine. See if you can keep rotating here while still finding that length. We're working towards bringing your hands in front of the center of your chest. Be gazing up. The next inhalation, release the hands, rising up, high lunge. And then exhale, I'm going to come into a warrior one. You might want to step your back foot in a bit, maybe further out to the side. And then this time the left arm's going to wrap on top for eagle arms. Cross at the elbows, wrap forearms, palms touch. Take an in breath here. And on your exhale, you're going to bow, finding your variation. Maybe left shoulder toward the left leg. Maybe bowing on the inside. Keep opening up your upper back. Maybe drawing your elbows in front of your face. And drawing your left hip back in space. Inhale, rising up strong. And then our exhalation, find warrior three. And shifting all your weight into your left leg. The right leg extends behind you. And flex your right foot here. That leg is active and strong. And your next inhalation, start to rise up. And then exhale, transition into Garudasana. And tap your toes down if you need to. This leg, time your right leg is crossing over your left. Maybe once, maybe twice. You can always ground your toes. It's still really strong through the legs. The main focus of this today is really opening up the space in our upper back. If you're like me, maybe toes down is a better option. I'm going to take one more breath here. Your next inhalation, start to find freedom in your flight here. We're transitioning through warrior three. Airplane arms or arms extended in front of you. Leveling out your hips. Think about creating length through your spine. Take another inhale. And then exhale, lower the fingers, step back, long side of your mat. And pivoting, preparing for our wide-legged forward fold. For this variation though, you're going to take your left hand to your right foot. Your right hand to your left foot rather, take an inhale. Place your left hand on the small of your back, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to start to rotate your chest toward the left side of your mat. Drawing your right shoulder back. Maybe extending your top arm. You keep thinking again, same principle, the spine is long as we're twisting. You find that length. We'll take another inhale. And exhale, releasing through center. This time, left hand on the outside of the right leg. And place your right hand to the small of your back. Inhale, find length through your spine. And then it's your exhalation that allows you to twist. Either the hand stays on your back, or maybe rises up to the sky. One more inhale. And exhale, transitioning back through center. Hands under the shoulders, lengthen your spine, breath in. And hands to hips, breath out. Rise up, straight back. Inhale. And then exhale, sinking into your goddess squat. This time, hands to knees. Knees tracking over the ankles, heart lifted. Tailbone gliding down. Inhale. And exhale, start to lower the right shoulder. Inhale through center. And exhale, drawing the left shoulder down toward the right. Inhale through center. And exhale, lowering right. One more. And exhale. Inhale through center. And release, stand up. Exhale. Find warrior two with your left foot facing forward. Outer edge of the foot roots into the mat. Knee over hip, knee over ankle. Inhale, reverse warrior. An extended side angle on your exhalation. Left elbow, left knee. But to circle your right arm back. Your fingertips wrap around your left thigh. Option one, pause here. Keep opening your heart. Option two is to take your left hand underneath your left thigh and then interlace your fingers at the back. Again, notice if you're collapsing your chest. Remembering to create space. And that includes creating space in the face or moving any tension from any unnecessary areas. And you can be quiet and tense in the front leg. Holding for one more breath. And then inhale, start to release. Out of your bind. Inhale, frame the front foot, pick up the back heel. And exhale, step back, high plank. This time the heels draw toward the right. Then you're going to open up into a side plank. And then as you inhale, start to lift your hips, take your left arm up and overhead. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, draw your hips back toward your heels, arm draws back toward your heels. Inhale, expand into length. And exhale, draw everything in. Lengthen, breathe in. Contract, breathe out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, place your hand down, either back to downward dog or move through your chaturanga. Breathing into upward facing dog or cobra. And breathing out, hips lift and downward facing dog. From here, start to inhale, ripple your spine forward, shoulders over wrists. And then exhale, lower your knees. And place your forearms down onto the mat. Your forearms are parallel here. Then tuck your toes back under, lift your hips. And we're going to come into this dolphin pose. So you might stay here. Sort of like a downward facing dog, but with the forearms down. Keep pressing the ground away. So opening up through the whole back side of the body. If it's available, you might start to walk your feet further forward. You're starting to bring your shoulders over your wrists. And then if you like, you might extend one leg, maybe the other. Remember to keep breathing. This is preparation for the forearm stand. And dolphin. Take another inhale. And full exhalation. Slowly start to lower your knees down. Come into a child's pose. And actually maybe bring your knees together, your arms alongside your body. And relaxing your shoulders. Staying with your present experience. Letting yourself to stay. Noticing your breath. Noticing any sensations. You can create space just by being present. And from here, slowly start to lift yourself up. Just sit on your heels. Now bring a little bit of a gap between your knees. Now you're going to take your right fingertips, you can tent them onto the floor behind you. As you inhale, you're going to lift your hips and sweep your left arm in front of you, circle it round, finding a back bend. And exhale, lowering down, left hand grounds. Inhale, lift the hips, sweep the right arm up. And exhale, lower. And breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. One more round in your own time. And sort of flowing camel. Leaving space in the chest and the hips. Let's pause here for a moment. We're going to move through 3 rounds of camel. So you can come up onto your knees. Make sure that your knees are underneath your hips. You're about 2 fists in between your legs, in between your knees. You can bring your hands to your lower back. Tuck your toes under. Start to elongate your spine here. You create space in the vertebrae. Your core is engaged, you're drawing in between your hip bones. You can inhale to find that length. And then as you exhale, keeping your hips where they are, start to open up through your thoracic spine. So you're opening up your upper back, maybe gazing up toward the ceiling. Your butt cheeks are clenching, release them. You're putting too much pressure on your lower back. You keep sending your hips forwards, they're over your knees. Open through the heart. Take another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, start to draw yourself up. Take your time. And exhale, sit yourself back onto your heels. And untap your pinky toe. Your palms up on your thighs. Preparing again for round 2. Time to rise up again. Toes tucked under. Place your hands again on your lower back. The fingertips might be slightly out to the side or maybe fingertips facing down. Again, start to lengthen through your spine as you engage the core, drawing in between the hip bones. And then as you exhale, start to Lift up through your heart and find that back bend from that place. So your hips are still over your knees. Super important. And if you feel okay here, you might take both your hands to your heels, preferably at the same time, giving evenness in the spine. Keep lifting up through your heart, drawing your shoulder blades back. Maybe gazing to the sky if it's okay for your neck. Maybe forward if it's better. And finding that full, deep inhalation, expanding in every direction. And a full exhale. And placing your hands back on your back. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, sit back on your heels. And place the backs of your hands on your thighs and close your eyes. And we have one more round. Opening your eyes back up, rising up. If all of this is feeling okay, this round you might untuck your toes. You're drawing energy in between your inner thighs, lifting your heart, and sending your hips forward. Breathe and find that length. And then as you exhale, transition into your back bend. Maybe your hands come toward your heels this time. Camel pose. The core is still engaged here. Relax your glutes if they're, notice you're squeezing them. Relax your face. Feel that full space you're creating across the front side of your body. Take an inhale. And a final exhale. Inhale, hands to your lower back, rise up. And exhale, sit back onto your heels. Bring your palms up. Back of your hands resting. Close your eyes. And be observing any new space you've created in your body. Maybe some new space even in your breath. And gently open your eyes. And coming to all fours. Start to find some free movement. Maybe close your eyes. Anything that feels good here. You could be looking over one shoulder during it. Hip forward. Opening up one side, contracting the other. It could be making figures of 8. It could be cat and cow. Anything that feels interesting in your body and helpful. Let's take one more breath here. And from here, come back through center, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Breathing in as you stretch your right leg up to the sky. Breathing out, your shoulders draw over your wrists as you place your right knee behind your right wrist toward the outside edge of the mat. Tuck your left toes, walk that leg back. And release the foot. Breathing in, find length through your spine. And breathing out, bow. So pigeon's not for you. If you're feeling any pain, come out of it and take a reclined figure 4. It's a much gentler alternative for this pose. It's a little bit softer on the knee. And can you hold space for yourself in this pose? And can you hold space for whatever experience it is that you're having? Without giving in to resistance or coming out of the pose. Simply inviting yourself to stay and be with whatever's there. You can use your breath to create some more space. and softness. And gently walking your hands back in, and tuck your toes under, lift your left knee and step back. Downward facing dog. And pedal through the heels. And then shift to the left side, rising the left leg up. Long leg inhale. And drawing forward as you exhale, left knee is going to land toward that outside edge of your mat behind your left wrist. Again, walk your right leg back, so create some more space on the right side. Flex your left foot. Long spine as you inhale. And then start to surrender to the earth as you bow forward. Be noticing if this side feels a little bit different to the other side. Accepting that and working with how things are right now. If you notice you're holding on to something, be letting that go. You can use your exhale to let something go. Letting go of anything you're holding on to that you no longer need. It can be another way to create space. And 2 more breaths. And as you're ready, walking your hands back in. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. And step back, downward facing dog. And pedal the feet. And meeting in stillness. And bend your knees, gaze forward, then step or hop, pressing your ankles, lowering your sit bones. Take your legs out in front of you, extend your arms, lift the spine. And exhale, rounding down onto your back. You can bring your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a little massage across your lower back for a moment. And we'll find a supine twist so that your knees fall toward the right. You can bring your arms to a cactus or a T-shape. Tucking the right hip under when you get there. Gazing toward the left. Supine twist. Create a little bit more space. Reversing some of the stagnant energy in our body. And also physically creating space across our chest and collarbone. And allowing for some fuller breathing. Rinsing out toxins. Making your way back through center and shifting to the opposite side. Tucking your left hip under when you get there, face toward the right. And we start to create more space in our lives, mentally and physically, emotionally. And we start to invite in a little bit more peace and joy. Creating space on our yoga mat is a great way to be able to invite those intentions off the mat. And just practicing yoga, creating that space in your day is so beneficial for you. And take your time from here to shift back through center, making any last minute adjustments or movements as we transition into our final pose, Shavasana. Letting your feet be mat width, opening your arms, palms up. And resting in this space that you've created in your body. Space you've maybe created in your mind. And your breath be neutral as you sink into that space, into stillness. Slowly starting to deepen your breath. And taking a long, slow, deep inhalation. And a full exhalation, maybe out of your mouth. Any movement in your fingers and toes. If you like, taking a full body stretch. And take your time to bring your knees in toward your chest and roll to your right hand side. You can use the help of your left hand to press up to a seat. And keeping your eyes closed if possible. And when you get there, bring your hands in front of your heart space. And taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for creating space in your day to practice yoga in your body. And thanking your body for everything it allows you to do. We'll seal the practice with a single cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. And a final sigh out your mouth. Bowing your head toward your heart. honoring yourself and the teacher within you. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice, your energy with me. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can get all the updates on when new videos are posted. Peace.